Welcome to Through the Table Podcast with Brian, JL, Tom, Rick, and Russ.
Is it true that they were reporting that some fans left that taping early?
Yes, it is.
Yes. So
Really?
after Dynamite ended, a lot of the fans started to leave. Tony had to come out and be like, "Hey, we're still going to be doing we're doing Rampage, so no one go away." But then after the Danielson match, people were like, "Yeah, right, I've seen what I need to see."
Well, there was also crazy weather too, right?
Yep.
No.
It was raining like crazy. The trains were going to start leaving, and the last one was coming, and people were there since like 5:30, and it was probably 11:30.
And they ran out of food around like 6:30.
Yeah.
Oh, really? They ran out of food?
Yeah. It was ridiculous. They had like no. They had two things open, and they ran out of food, and
The
you had to
line
sit in
was-
line for like an hour to
Yep.
get nothing.
45 minutes to an
ridiculous.
hour.
Yep.
I kept going out checking. One time I get out there, I noticed that there is nothing at the concession stand. Like all the containers and stuff are empty,
Mm-hmm.
and there's just nothing. And the line was still 25 minutes deep at that point.
Right.
I thought
Ridiculous.
when I read the reports that people were leaving, that's the first thing I thought of was the fact that I'm sure a majority of those people probably took public transportation of some
Yep.
sort.
Yeah.
So it's that's always the drawback, because then it's either miss it for good, or you have to wait another hour and a half to, and it's already at that point you get. What time did it get over? Like 11:30 probably.
After 11:30.
Yeah.
So
They
So-
changed. They
it's a
changed.
long ass night.
They
right?
changed
'Cause-
the ring mat and all the signs on the barriers, and then after Danielson and Kingston's match, they had an issue with the ring again, so it was like another 10 minutes they had to take to
Oh,
fix
geez.
it. Yeah,
And that's the problem too. Not just the public transportation, but if you're driving in, all there was is garages.
yep,
So you know how that is. After an
Right.
event leaves, now you're sitting in your car waiting to leave the place.
hmm
We got lucky.
Yeah.
I mean, we got back to my house like what, it was like 12:15 or something
yeah.
like that.
And if you parked at the Agganis Arena underground garage, you're there for 2 hours.
Yeah. So I think that's why people started leaving too, just to try to avoid that.
Yep.
Plus, again, like I said, there was just no food.
Yeah.
Like if it wasn't for Brian, if it wasn't for your friend Omar
Yeah.
finding us 5 bags of
Found us
chips,
a bag of potato chips that saved us.
salt and vinegar chips,
I
tasted
know.
like a fillet.
What was that day?
And
So
they
hungry.
didn't they tape Dark beforehand too, right?
Elevation. They taped like 5
Elevate-
matches.
right.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
so what time did Dynamite started
Doors
at
opened
8?
at 6:00.
Yeah.
Oof.
Show
And
started
then
about
at 7
7:15.
7:15 is when they started taping Elevation. And then I'd say at least 11:15, or no, 10:15 ish, 10:30 maybe.
It's like I'm all for
I
the
don't know.
whole, just trying to get as much content as you can, but just
Yeah.
that's a long ass time to
Mhm.
be in one place. You know what I mean? Just
Yep.
I can't think of any other than work. I can't think of being in any place for 6 to 7 hours at a time.
And
No
you have
matter.
to remember to commute there too. So say give another hour just to get to the arena before you're even in there.
Right.
An hour to get home. That's why people are leaving.
This is why they need to do Rampage 2 hours and have a second night of taping.
Yep, for
So
sure.
you
And
have-
live
Yeah,
on
you have-
Friday. Yep.
100%.
hmm
It's such a long time to be at
Yeah.
a show, and
hmm
and the other thing too is if you're trying to get those ratings high on like Fridays, to it's You know what I mean? Like
It's
the crowd's a big part of the show. And at that point, you know, I mean, granted, you got Danielson and Kingston, no matter what, you're going to have the crowd, you know, you're going to have the crowd in your, you know, for that match.
Yep.
But it just seems like there's, it's just too long. You know what I mean? The crowd's it has to be burnt out by that point. You know what I mean? Whether it's the, you know, Matt Sydal and Dante Martin or the girls hardcore match.
I mean, I didn't see how that sounded, but all they were doing in that match was they were asking for flips during the match.
Yes.
The crowd was.
That's
Oh
That's
my
all they
god,
were
that was
saying.
hilarious.
My buddy also went that I work with, and he was telling me the same thing. I guess the section behind him, and that's what they were chanting was "do a flip."
Yeah.
Yep. It turned into the entire crowd, and every
Yeah.
time they would do a flip, the crowd popped.
Yep.
It was hilarious.
Yeah.
Because for some reason they weren't. Like that's all those matches have been flippity flips the entire time, and for some reason this one they decided to be all technical.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Giving you a change of pace, and they didn't want it.
And then by the time Britt Baker versus Ass Meat Abaddon came out, it was
so much ass meat.
so much. But by that time, like the crowd that was still there was pretty much dead.
They were burnt out. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was one of those things.
They popped for her entrance, but that was really it.
Yeah,
I think we should have Tom's ass meat of the week too.
Oh, that could be a segment.
Ty Conti every single week.
Every week.
Every week.
Every week, yes.
Oh, I want to wear that thing.
Tired. He's already retired it.
Hall of Fame.
He wins every week, so it's already retired now.
What?
That's a hard edit.
Speaking of hard,
It was a Red Baron pepperoni pizza from Walmart.
I saw where you went with that. I like it. Oh, God, that ass is amazing, though. Yeah,
And
we
didn't get to see it live.
we literally stood there for 20 minutes and never moved.
Yep. Literally.
And that's not an AEW issue. That's obviously the Aganis Arena.
That's all
and
the
BU.
arena. Yep.
Because I did see some people complaining about that too.
Mm-hmm.
And they were throwing AEW in the comments. Like that had nothing to do with them.
No,
that is
not
all
at
the
all.
arena.
Mm-hmm.
They have zero control over those concessions.
Right. Well, that arena, I imagine, isn't used to that crowd, big of a crowd, and that type of crowd.
The first time I went, when they were there the first time, there was no issue, but they had everything open. This time they had barely any concessions open. There was like 2. They have like 6 booths and only 2 of them are open.
Well, the problem is it's food based. So like here, bars, restaurants, no one's getting any help on that.
What about the Staples Center when you guys hit out there? Is everything open, or they still have half the concessions closed?
They're like I've gone to. It's now the regular season, so I might have a different report next week, but after tonight's game. But not everything was open.
Mm-hmm.
Not even close.
Yeah.
I mean, what was and what it is now too. Everything is turning into credit card only.
Yep. Yeah, everything there was card only.
Yeah, I think that's why it took so long.
Plus, you had to have your vaccination card and ID to get in.
Although they never actually looked at mine.
Oh, she stared at mine because she was giving that lady in front of me a hard time.
I had the thing on the phone, I had the digital copy, and I had the hard copy. And I said to the gentleman, "Would you like the hard or the soft?" And he made a joke right back and just let me go. He never actually looked at it.
Oh, okay. They stared at mine.
The only complaint, concessions or whatever, that I would have that would be AEW related is
about concessions.
yes. Their merch table left a little to the imagination, in my opinion. I thought that it lacked. That's the one thing WWE has over them. If they're doing a TV taping, they bring stuff for just about everybody.
Yeah, they didn't have a ton there.
No. I was saying I don't know much about the AEW merch, but like anytime I've been to a WWE show, like at the Garden, it's you can't you walk 20 feet and there's a merch stand.
They only had 2. Or there's probably one on the other side. We didn't go to this side of the arena. I bet they had 3.
My buddy was telling me they were selling autographed figures.
Yes,
Yes.
100 bucks a
each.
shot.
100.
Didn't matter who the wrestler was.
I know.
$100 a
Right,
piece.
$100. Yeah.
They had like 20 Rihos and Matt Hardys there. Like that's all I
But
saw.
you could have got an autographed picture for 25 instead.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I thought that was wild. Because I told my buddy, hey, look out for the figure. I thought maybe $50. You know what I mean? 20 for the figure, 25, 30 for the autograph.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, yeah, I'm not paying $100 for a Matt Hardy autograph, basically, or Riho for that matter.
That's the only ones I saw at our side. That was the only 2 I saw.
My friend
said
said
they've had a few others probably. I assume
my friend said one of the ones that the merch booth that he went to, he saw Santana Ortiz and Frankie Kazarian.
That's probably the other one, I bet.
Yeah.
The other table had the Adam Cole Bebe shirt, and
Which
the one
our
we
table
went to
did
didn't
not.
have.
Well, the other thing too, my buddy was telling me because he's a big dude. He's like 6'4",
Yep.
And same thing. He said he goes there wasn't even they don't even have like big dude sizes. They it was just basically like 2X, maybe 3X.
They had 3X.
Yeah,
That's the size they went.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then again, I mean, I guess
New Japan did the same thing though.
Well, New Japan, they're crazy because they have all those weird Japanese sizes. So like
But it was all
3X is like a
all the
fucking
stuff was
medium.
So when we went to the show in Lowell, it was all from their stuff.
Oh, was
it?
it?
Wasn't stuff they brought in.
No,
Yeah.
couldn't have been because I got that shirt, that Raglan shirt, and it was a large, and I looked like a freaking. I looked like a cooked sausage in that thing.
Well, the one I had was
kind of what you look like after you see Ty Conti.
Yes, my pants.
No.
Very wet in the front.
Jeez.
Flash zone. Speaking of autographs, I buy cards from here from time to time.
Yep.
And I got a 29/50 Candice LeRae signed.
Nice.
Just recently.
Oh.
And then a Rhea Ripley signed.
Okay.
And then the Holy Grail, Angel Garza,
Ugh.
Tom's favorite.
Ugh.
Oh, is that a piece of his pants that he takes off all the time?
That would be amazing.
You want the
Juventud Wrestler of the Week?
Yes.
Why not? Why not? Let's go for it.
Juventud Guerrero Wrestler of the Week. It's been a while. So.
It's Matt Cardona again.
No, not yet. No.
Oh, I already
Not
know
yet.
who it is. I can't tell anyone.
Oh,
It's not the Juventud Guerrero Hall of Fame. It's the Juventud Guerrero Wrestler of the Week.
Right.
It's going to be Moose.
Go on.
It's Moose.
You gotta
Okay.
why?
Why?
You
We
gotta
need-
come up.
we
You gotta
need-
tell us why first.
Oh, I know why. He just became the Impact champ. He cut an excellent promo last Thursday, and he just deserves the pinnacle of performance that he gave at Bound for Glory.
And he's got a big match at New Japan Strong coming up.
Who did he beat? Who did he beat?
Well, that's a great question because Christian and Jason Alexander had a match.
Josh.
The
Yeah.
guy
Alexander.
from Friends.
Josh.
Jason
Jason
Alexander is
Alexander.
No, Josh
is-
Alexander.
From
Jason-
Seinfeld.
It's
Jason
Josh.
Alexander's from Seinfeld.
It's Josh.
Oh God! Cut that out.
Chris-
But Seinfeld
Christian and
was
George
over
Costanza had a
so we don't-
hell of a match.
Just don't tell us Dick Murdoch's still alive.
Costanza can work circles around most people.
All right, so Josh Alexander, not Jason.
Hell of a promo.
So anyway, and then Moose comes out, cashes his Bound for Glory Money in the Bank ticket, which is I can cash in whenever I want.
Yep.
And
You can?
No, Moose.
You just said you could.
No, I meant it I was implying that you could cash the the impact. Why is this
Wait.
such a thing? Moose
All I
wanted
wanna
like a
know-
Money in the Bank thing.
Does he have a is his finisher called the Moose Knuckle? Because if it's not, then
Thank you for tuning in to this week's Through the Table podcast. Look for more in the next few days.